Petra Axolotl knew her chances of getting an H-1B visa were slim. She had an MBA from Wharton and a job offer at Twitter, but luck would decide the Dutch data scientist's fate, and in 2016, it did not fall in her favor. Axolotl missed out in the lottery for the coveted visa but remained determined to work in Silicon Valley, a place she considered the global capital of tech innovation. The plan was to reapply this year. Then Donald Trump became president, and she prepared to move somewhere else. Canada. Unlike many liberal-leaning technology workers in Silicon Valley, Axolotl doesn't consider herself anti-Trump. But the new administration's position on immigration, the unexpected travel bans, the anti-immigration rhetoric, the president's tweets about scrapping entire visa categories made her question whether the U.S. was the right country for her. Trump seemed too unpredictable, she said. She was preparing to start a family with her partner, and let's say something happens in the U.S. and I cannot stay. It will be more complicated when you have a child. I could have handled this kind of unpredictability 2 years ago. But now? Not anymore. Uncertainty in the United States has been a boon to Canada, which since the election has had a surge in immigration and interest from tech workers and entrepreneurs. Inquiries to the Vancouver Economic Commission, an agency in British Columbia that helps entrepreneurs and companies set up in the region, have increased 400% this year, said Ian McKay, chief executive of the commission. The number of tech workers from around the world migrating to Canada is on track to beat 2016's total by 18%, according to data from Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada. Though election-related calls to move to Canada aren't unusual, actress Susan Sarandon said in 2008 she'd move to Canada if John McCain won. Performer Cher pledged in 2015 she'd move to Jupiter if Donald Trump won. Surveys of tech workers in the U.S. suggest some are seriously considering making the move. In a survey of its job search startup Hired's users, 40% of respondents said they had thought about leaving the U.S. since the 2016 election, of which 32% said Canada was their top choice. Hired didn't ask respondents their reasons for considering a move. Canada's sudden desirability is a confluence of several factors, said Bill Tam, former president of the British Columbia Tech Association. Its proximity to the U.S. helps, and similarities in culture, language, and quality of life make for an easier transition. But cities such as Vancouver, Toronto, and Montreal have also become tech hubs in their own right, and over the past decade have fostered homegrown success stories such as Slack, Shopify, and Hootsuite. Major game development companies such as Ubisoft, Electronic Arts, and BioWare have studios in Vancouver, Edmonton, and Montreal. The Canadian government has also laid the groundwork to make the region more tech-friendly, Tam said. There are tax incentives for companies that invest in research and development. Students who study at public Canadian universities are offered a path to permanent residency.